Whoa.
We all want to fit in. That's just the way we're wired. But for the young man you're about to meet, blending into the crowd is an almost impossible dream. Igor is dangerously tall and getting bigger by the day. While the first thing you notice about Igor is undoubtedly his height, spend some time with him and you realise he's also charming, funny, complex and heartbreakingly lonely. He also has the biggest smile I've ever seen. You just have to find a way to coax it out of him. Charming, funny, complex and heartbreakingly lonely. He also has the biggest
dick
smile.
Sorry, I had to do it.
Well, look, where am I to you? I'm just on 6 foot here.
Yeah.
And I've got to tell you, on first meeting, you're overwhelming. You are tall.
That's what most people...
Someone should just edit this and just fucking put a beep right there when he says that.
The
biggest beep I've ever seen.
It's a different experience every day. I always have to be thinking about, am I endangering my life? Nothing is built for my size, so everything is a challenge. It's no problem at all.
Except for a couple of things.
There must be one upside. It would be handy for cleaning. You'd see all the dust and dirt up here, wouldn't you?
Yes, but I don't know. I don't like cleaning very much.
And getting President Barack Obama's attention in a crowd is easy.
Yes.
Now, he's a tall man too.
Yeah.
But have a look at you compared to him.
Yes.
All good. But when I spend time with this gentle giant, I realise the difficulties outweigh the benefits.
This is where you really have to be careful, don't you?
Simply moving through a hotel for our interview is like manoeuvring through an obstacle course.
So do you ever go into places where you don't fit? The roof is too low? That can be hard.
Sometimes you don't have a choice.
But his biggest challenge is not what's around him, it's what's inside him. Igor is a medical mystery because he keeps on growing. Saving him is now a race against time. Does he have a projected lifespan?
This is so unique that we don't know. We simply don't. Medical science simply doesn't know what his lifespan is capable of being.
From the second he came into this world in Ukraine, Igor was, well, big. And there was no baby growth chart that could keep up with him. Here he is, being held by Mum, Svetlana, when he was 1 year old.
Holy shit.
He was born big, like almost 11 pounds. Everyone was happy. In all countries, the bigger baby is, happier parents. By the age 1 year old, he was size of 3 year old, so then I was very concerned.
By the time he was 6, Igor was a staggering 6 feet tall.
What? At 6 years old, he's 6 feet, dude. Holy shit.
He was size of 3 year old, so then I was very concerned.
By the time he was 6, Igor was a staggering 6 feet tall.
First 5-6 years, I thought that was terrible, heavy load, and I don't know if I can do it. I learned that mine is not heavy at all.
Do you think Igor was a gift to you?
Yeah.
Years in middle school and high school, I would hit my head 3 or 4 times a day, and I don't know why. It's not like I would forget how tall I am. It's just there's a lot of people around, and I get distracted, and I stop paying attention, and I smack my head on the wall, or I hit an exit sign, and sometimes I've broken things, but that's the way life's been.
And life has been testing for Igor and his mum.
Damn, dude.
From very early on, Svetlana knew deep in her heart her boy needed help. She began a medical quest to explain his mysterious growth, and finally, doctors discovered the cause. A very rare tumour buried deep in his brain.
How does that bench support
When you
that?
found out it was a tumour, did that explain things for you?
No, at that time when he had that CT and doctor came after CT, neurosurgeon, and he told that Igor has tumor, I suffer minor heart attack.
What did you fear the most?
That he will die.
Igor's tumour was pushing on his pituitary gland, causing it to secrete abnormal levels of growth hormone. The only way to stop him growing was to remove the tumour. But it's highly risky surgery, and doctors in Ukraine wouldn't
Is there no
operate.
way to like replicate that so
Worried
you could
he
put
would
it to
die.
some other people to make them taller? Like, what if you got... I'm not uninterested. This is fucking crazy. What?
Igor
If I
and
was
his
uninterested, I
mum
wouldn't
wrote
watch
to the
the video,
renowned
okay?
Mayo Clinic in America, appealing to specialists there to save his life.
We initially thought we were only coming to the United States for
No,
a
you
month.
don't get a tumor.
So we
What I'm saying is if you had brain surgery on that part where he just said the thing was pushing toward... What if they found... You know?
we never ever planned on staying here.
Unfortunately, American surgeons couldn't remove all of the tumour. Medication, only available in America, was the only way to slow his body down.
Okay. How about out here at the ankle?
So
Dr. Greg Garrison is Igor's doctor, and he knows that tumour like an old enemy.
Unfortunately, it's in a location that makes it impossible to completely eliminate the tumor for him, which means that it continues to secrete growth hormone and he continues to grow.
Will he ever stop growing?
It's unlikely that he'll ever stop growing. We're using medications to try and slow the effects of that growth hormone down for him and to suppress that pituitary gland as much as we can. But unfortunately, yes, he continues to add height and he continues to add weight.
come on in.
Thank you very much.
So, as you can see, our doors in the
Yeah,
house
I
are
know,
made
Ultra.
to be 8 feet tall.
When you're nearly 8 feet tall, the comforts of home are different to most. This place was custom built for Igor.
We have what they call cathedral ceilings, because we wanted to be able to feel comfortable at all times so that I'm able to, stretch and get dressed without constantly hitting my fists on the ceiling.
Even his couch is handmade to accommodate his comfort and make me feel like a hobbit.
I see what you mean, like it's a perfect height for you, and
Exactly.
I've got to jump up on it. My feet don't touch the ground there.
Yeah.
And if Igor's
one.
size didn't need reinforcing, here's his favourite comparison.
Oh, there you go. God, I don't even come up to your first knuckle there at all. Tell you what, when you high-five someone, you must do some damage.
But while this giant enjoys sizing up and showing off his castle, the reality of Igor's life is anything but a fairy tale.
This is my prison bunk, as I call it, because for 2.5 years almost, I had to basically spend all day either on the couch or on my bed.
The pain is shocking, especially in his feet.
Does it help to move around sometimes?
Yeah, I need to kind of stretch my leg. Sometimes I have pain that's so severe, in my head I have a picture of a truck keeps running over my leg, sometimes 3-4 hours at a time. It's hard to breathe. I see black spots. My heart starts hurting. There have been weeks where I basically don't get off the couch.
Doctor, this is one of Igor's x-rays, the left leg that gives him so much pain.
Damn, dude.
What is causing all of that pain here?
He had a number of surgeries on this leg, and actually you can see some of the holes left from some of the pins that he's had placed in his leg.
Gee, all the way up, yeah.
All the way up. The reason for this particular surgery was to offload parts of his foot that were getting pressure ulcers. And as a result, the surgeons wished to reshape the bones of his leg to distribute that weight in a different fashion.
In the past 6 years, Igor has suffered through a staggering 16 surgeries to ease the pain, but nothing has helped.
I've never been more scared of my life than during these 6 years that I've had to stay at home, basically, because it's the first times in my life where I've contemplated suicide.
Fuck.
Because the doctors don't understand that I have pain. There are still moments like that where, I think, why was I brought to this earth if nobody can provide me with the kind of help that I need?
Fuck, dude.
How do you feel when you see him suffering like that?
I feel hopeless and helpless. And then I feel bad that I put him through all this suffering. I feel guilty then.
Oh man.
When everything else fails him, Igor escapes here to a Minnesota lake that's bigger than him, where he goes fishing alone. It's a solitary and calm pursuit, and that's a tonic the doctors can't prescribe.
What's happening?
For a young man who just wants to blend in and relax.
I love this guy.
I imagine at times you must feel like the loneliest man in the world.
I feel like I'm living in a desert and there's nobody around me.
Like you're the only man in the world.
Yes.
Oh, God. Just bloody heartbreaking, mate. What would make your everyday life easier?
For the most part, I think it's just the things that normal people take for granted. It's basically the three things: clothing, shoes, and transportation. I think that would be something that if those three things were taken care of, it would be a lot of relief for me.
You get a sense of that frustration when you ride in Igor's custom-made and slightly crude van.
We had to lower the floors under the driver's and passenger seat and put a rail system under them.
You have to remember, Igor's a young man, just 29. And the fact is, he'd love to cruise in a convertible. Woo! And that's where we decided to help out.
Holy shit.
How's the pain now? Are you feeling it, or has it all gone away?
It's all gone away right now. Right now, I am. This is a new level of excitement that I'm not used to.
Give me 5 for that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Riding in a convertible may not seem like such a big deal, but for Igor, it is.
Man, I can't stop smiling.
With an unknown lifespan and so many restrictions, a few spins around the block, for him, is like a rocket ride into space.
Damn, dude.
That's what you call freedom.
Oh man, that much fun should be illegal. Wow.
If you could change anything, what would you change?
I would like to change the way the world adapts to different people.
You just want to fit in.
Yeah.
Damn, chat.
Hello, I'm Tara Brown. Thanks for watching.
Tara Brown.